And again, I always warn you guys before I hit the record button, so I don't want you to be like, oh no, I didn't know. So we're recording now. But here's more. This little window will go away at the end of the week. I just wanted to give you guys the first week to make sure everybody got a chance to watch it. All of your information can be found in two places. It can be found both on the calendar and down here in the modules. So like, if you look at today's date on the calendar, it says print your course notes, start here, print the syllabus. And then the things up here are shown by the day they're due. So if you're wondering what is due on Wednesday, well, before we meet on Wednesday, you have to have printed these notes and watched this video lesson. So see how it says, where'd you go? So see how it says notes for 1.0A and the video lesson for 1.0A. The video lessons are always going to be due before class. You have to watch that video before you come to class. It locks you out at 5:20 because at 5:20, that's when I'm going to start going over it. So those video lessons have to be done before you come to me. And then the notes are what are there on that day because that's what we're going to be doing in class. So like on Wednesday, we're going to be going over the 1.0A notes, and you have to have watched this video lesson before 5:20. So see how it even says due on 5:20? So then if we're looking at Thursday, we can see that on Thursday we have homework 0.0 due, video lesson for the course syllabus due, and the homework for the course syllabus due. Now, a quick note, that those assignments are due by Thursday. None of them allow late passes. And if you do not do them by Thursday, then you run the risk of being withdrawn from class. So these 3 assignments have to be done by Thursday. Okay. And then your homework assignments are usually going to be due Sunday nights. So you will watch the 1.0A video. I will review the topics taught in the 1.0A video. And then you will do the 1.0A homework. That's how that works. Okay. So the way that it's always going to go is that we will do one set of notes on a one day, one set of notes on a Wednesday, and the homework assignment for both of those notes will be due on Sunday night. Now I know this one looks weird, but that's because we don't have school on Sunday night or Monday because this is Labor Day. So I pushed it back to Tuesday. So those homework assignments are due before the next time we meet. If we look at the next couple weeks, you'll see that pattern start to emerge where see how we do notes, and then your homeworks for those sets of notes are due the following Sunday. Notes, homeworks. So that's the way that it's going to go for the whole semester. And if you wanted to look through, the calendar for the entire semester is already done. So if you're curious, when are my tests going to be? What is our last day? All of that is here on the calendar already. Okay, the calendar's already set up for the whole semester. A note about his notes. So the person that you're going to be hearing in all of your videos, people, I should say, the gentleman that you'll listen to, his name is Andy Birch. He's the chair of the math department here at Estrella. So it's not like, they're not like just some random YouTube videos that I found. This is my boss, like the dude who runs all of math here at Estrella. He made those videos himself. The lady that you'll hear in the videos is his wife. She teaches math at GCC, so she's also a math professor, but they tailored those videos specifically to work with this class online. So again, I don't want you to think that it was just like some random dude on YouTube that I found. That's my boss. He's like legit. So he made those videos specifically for this class. So you'll watch Andy's video. Now, Andy has a set of notes that he fills out as he goes through the video. When this class is live, I usually will ask, I'll do like notebook checks twice a semester, but now that we're online, there's no way for me to do that. So I recommend that you print the notes and that you fill them out along with him, but there's no way for me to enforce that, obviously. So if you don't want to print the notes, you don't have to. If you want to print the notes, go crazy. And then these examples, this is where it says in class examples, those are the problems I'm going to be doing with you when we meet. So like these in class examples are literally just problems that I pulled from more. I went into the homework assignment for 1.0A and I like screen capped like one of each type of problem. And that's what I'm going to go over with you when we meet. So the notes are what correlate to his video, and the in-class examples are what I'm going to do with you. The video has to be watched before class. See, that's due Wednesday at 8:26. And then if you, let's say you watch this video tonight and you're like, oh, I'm cool, I know this stuff. You don't have to wait for me to go over it on Wednesday. You can start the homework tonight if you wanted to. Okay? So I always encourage people to start. I wonder why that's grayed out. I'm gonna have to check that. So I always encourage people to start. Oh, it's grayed out because I haven't watched the video yet. Got it. I always encourage people to start the homework and try to, like, even if you skip around and you do the problems that you like, oh, okay, I remember how to do this one from 121, so I'll do those. But oh, okay, I don't remember how to factor, so I'll leave those and I can ask Jess about it when we meet. This is grayed out because see how it says prerequisite 100 points on video lesson 1. So the homework won't unlock until you finish the video lesson. And he, in the video lesson, it's not just him. If you're not just going to watch his video, he has. Welcome back, everybody. Hi, Andy. He has like points where he jumps out and you have a question to do. I don't know where they are, like off the top of my head, because there's so many of these videos. But like, see how it says part 1 and then the question for part 1? So you'll watch part 1. Welcome back, everybody, to section. And then the video will stop and you'll have to do this question. Then you'll watch part 2. Try some checks. Then you'll have to do the question for part 2. Then you'll watch part 3 and you'll have to do the question for part 3. You'll watch part 4, you do the question for part 4. Once you successfully complete all 4 of those questions, then you're going to go and start your homework. Now, I'm going to come out of student mode for a second. Okay. I want to show you the way that your homeworks are set up because there's a couple of things going on in these that I want to point out. The first thing that I want to point out is that you have 3 attempts on each problem. So for every problem, you can submit it 3 times. And you have 3 tries to get that answer right. So that's what this number right here is, 3. The out of 5 is how many points you have so far. So like if you submit it once and you get 2 out of 5, then this will stay 2 out of 5 no matter what. But let's just say you submit 3 times and you only got a 2 out of 5 and you want to try to go for a 5 out of 5. This number right here tells you how many tries you have left. So on every question, on every homework, you have 99 tries to get the answer correct. So I can do this one 3 times, and let's just say that I submit it wrong. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3. Okay, so now I can jump to the answer if I'm curious as to what the answer was. And you see all these little keys? So those little keys show me what the answer should have been. And then up here, if I press this, try another similar, see how that 99 turned to 98? And now the whole question reset. Now I have 3 tries on this version to get my 5 points. So that means that really on every homework assignment, if you're persistent and you're asking questions when you need help, you can get 100%. And every semester I have students who get 130% in homework because I make your test reviews extra credit in homework. So if you get 100% on everything and 100% on your homework, on your extra credit and your home test reviews, then you're looking at 130% homework average. And that is possible. It is possible for every single one of you sitting there right now to get 130% on your homework. It depends on how hard you're willing to try. Are you willing to run this clock out until you only, and do 10 or 15 of them until you get it right? Should you take that many? No. Let's just say you do it 3 or 4 times and you're lost. That's what this button is right here for. So I have set up for you, because this is an online class, I know that it's going to be harder for you guys to form study groups. So what I did was I set up forums for each module, where if I'm really struggling with this question, then I hit this button, post to forum, and I can say, what to put in my web. And then I post. And now if I go back here, I have we have a bunch because people have been posting for their Meet You question. But if you go to the forums, homework 0.2, module 1 forum, see how module 1 forum has 1 thread, 1 post? For you guys, that would show up as new because I'm the one that wrote it. And then let's just say you noticed that you did awesome on this assignment, like 1.0, you were like, oh, I rock at this. I remember this so well. Then you could come over here to the forum and tell your classmate, oh, well, if this is your problem, then you're going to put this in for Y1. Like, you can answer your classmates. So I'm going to encourage you to use the forum both to ask questions and to answer questions for your classmates. There's only one of me, but there are 32 of you. So you're going to need each other. I'm not available 24/7, and the general odds are that one of you guys will see a question on the forum before I do, right? Since there are 32 of you and only one of me. I will absolutely be monitoring the forums, and I will be answering questions on the forums as well. But if you have a question, maybe you should check the forum and say, oh, maybe somebody else already asked this, and I can go see, was this question already addressed? So the forum's going to be a good place for you to go for help from either me or your classmates. Okay, let's go back to that assignment. So this assignment has 20 questions. They all have 20 questions. And here we can see how many points we've earned on each question. And then you go to any question that you want. You can earn your 5 points. I still have 3 tries on this one. And I can still try another similar 99 times. Okay, please take advantage of the forum. Please, if you do a question 2 or 3 times and you're like, I have no idea why I'm getting this wrong, post it to the forum. If you see that somebody posted something to the forum, if you see that you have this like notification here next to your class, see how we have 6 posts? When you're on your home screen, you'll see that. Click on it and check to see, oh, this person's asking about number 5. I got that one, I did fine. Let me go see if I can help them. So I'm going to encourage you to help each other. But again, know that I'll be monitoring those forums also. So if I am the first one who sees the question, I'll answer it. All right. So I don't want you to think that I'm sitting here going, oh, help each other and I'm out. I'll be checking those forums also. Okay. Now, let's just say you did a problem and this says round to 3 decimal points. So see how this says right here, round to 4 decimal points. And let's just say it was 1.63, 1.6302. and you accidentally put in 4 decimal points and it wanted 3 decimal points, or you put in 3 decimal points and it wanted 4 decimal points, or even you put in 4 decimal points, but then when you saw the answer, it was to 3 decimal points. Like, if you're looking at your question and you're going, I should have gotten credit for that, like something was wrong with more, or I was only off by 1 decimal point, then that's when you're going to use this message my instructor button. So again, message my instructor is for, I'm pretty sure that I should have gotten credit for that question. Look at my answer and look at Moore's answer, like those are the same. That's when you're going to use message my instructor. And that's going to come straight to me. And then if you deserved credit, I will fix it. And if you did not deserve credit, then I will explain to you what happened. Okay? So the forum is for, I'm not sure how to do this problem. And message my instructor is for, I'm pretty sure I got that right. Let me ask her why I didn't get my credit. The worst part of this for me is that normally I would be like talking to individual people, or I'll be raising your hands and asking stuff, and like nobody's comfortable doing that here, and blah blah blah. Okay. Does anybody have any questions about anything that I've talked about so far? You can just unmute yourself and start talking. Are any of you related to any of my other students? Anybody in here related to or friends with somebody who I've had here before? Really? That's good. Okay. So this 0 point stuff is going to be here in module 0. I'm not going to go over the syllabus with you because you have to take a quiz on it. So you have to read it. The only thing that's in there that I want to talk about is the attendance requirement. So since we're in this weird live online thing, your attendance requirement is a little bit different than it is in a regular like live session. Here, if you go 7 days with no activity in more, then I might withdraw you. So that means that you cannot go more than 1 week without completing work in more. And I have a really easy way to check that stuff, and I will be checking in on you. Now, that is not, notice I said I might withdraw you because things happen and life happens, and I understand. So when you first, like the first thing that you did when I sent the announcement was we all went to Canvas, right? My phone number is right here on Canvas. That's like my cell phone number. So if you're like, I am running out of town and I don't even have time to jump on, like I'd rather just send you a text message and tell you, hey, I don't know that I'm going to be able to make it on this week. I promise that I'll do my best, but it might not happen because I have a relative who's sick out of town and we're leaving right now. Then as long as you're in communication with me about what's happening, I'm not going to withdraw you. Now, if you just don't log into More for 10 days and you don't do any assignments and you don't even bother to send me an email or a text message and tell me what's up, then I'm going to withdraw you. Because at that point, I'm going to think that you decided that this class wasn't for you and you left. Got it? So again, as long as you're in communication with me, I'm not withdrawing anybody. But if you just like peace out and disappear, then I'll withdraw you. So again, my phone number is right there. If you want to save it, feel free. The other thing that I request of you, a little information about me. Like I told you, I work a full-time job. I also have a toddler. She's 2. She'll be 2 in October. She's going to wind up in here at some point, I'm sure, because she hears me talking, and then she's like, she's tall enough to open doors now, so there's really no stopping her. I tried locking the door, but then she just pounds on it until I get up, because that's not allowed. So I'm very busy. Like I have a lot of stuff going on. So there are certainly days where I don't get to more. I try to check it every single day, but I'm not even going to pretend that that happens because it doesn't. There are days where I go 2 or 3 days in a row and it just slips my mind and I forget. So if you posted a question to the forum and a day or two has gone by and you haven't gotten an answer, then I am asking you to send me a text message and tell me that you need help. Because the more, when you post something to the forum on more, or you hit message my instructor on more, it sits in more. Like that doesn't go anywhere. I have to go into more to see it. But if you send me a text message and you say, hey, Jess, I've been trying to get help with this question for 2 or 3 days and nobody's answered me, then I'll jump on more and I'll answer you. Okay? So please don't be afraid to reach out. If you feel like it's been a little bit and it's Saturday and your assignment's due Sunday and you know you're going to be busy Sunday, so you're trying to get it done on Saturday, shoot me a message and tell me, and I'll jump on more and I'll help. Okay? Please don't ever be afraid to do that, because I'm a human and I'm busy, and more just, again, sometimes gets by me for a day or two. So I don't want you to feel like, oh, this professor has left me here. She's abandoned me when I need help. Just shoot me a text. And again, the only thing that I ask ever is that you're just polite. Like, don't be like, what the hell? Just be like, hey, Jess, whenever you get a chance, can you jump on more? I put a question in the forum and nobody's answered it. And then I promise you, if you do that, the next moment that I am available, I will do it. A lot of the times, as soon as I see that, I'll jump on more on my phone and I'll answer your question. But I want to help you as much as I possibly can. And sometimes it means that you need to reach out to me so that I know that you need help. Okay? So again, please feel free to save that in your phone. That way you can have easy access to it. Shoot me a message if you need help. Now, if you put it up 10 minutes ago and it's 10:30 p.m. on a Sunday, then you probably won't do it. Because I put my phone on D&D at night. So if you're working at 3 o'clock in the morning and you're like, that's when you send me a text, that's cool. You won't wake me up, don't worry. But be prepared for me to respond to you at 5 o'clock in the morning when I wake up. That's a two-way street. So I generally try not to do that, but you know, sometimes if that's when I'm on my phone, that's when I answer. Your quizzes and more are set up just a little bit differently. So there's one quiz at the end of each module. So let's take a look at how those are set up. So on the quizzes, you only have one attempt per question, which means I can put in all 4 of my answers and then hit submit. And if I don't get those right, I can still try another similar, but I'm going to lose all of my answers and I'm going to get a whole new question the first time. So on the homework, you can try each question 3 times, but on the quizzes, you can only try each question once. Does that make sense? We're going to talk about the tests when those get a little closer. I don't want you to worry about it right now because your first test isn't even until like October, I think. October. So, like I said, I don't want to get into it right now because anything I say, you'll all forget. So we'll talk about tests when we get closer. I'm not going through the syllabus because you have to do that yourself. You have to take the quiz. The quiz is pretty comprehensive. So you might want to like have the syllabus open next to you. I saw that. The information for more is on, I'm going to go through the chat right now and go through some of your questions. The information for more is on Canvas. So right here, if you press start here, there's your enrollment key and your course ID. Okay. I'm going to stop sharing so that I can see the chat a little bit better. Okay. Raise my hand. I talked about if you don't have to print them if you don't want to. I am going to be, yes, Andy talks a lot about how to do the calculators. If the question is, will we be going over how to use our calculators again? The videos cover it and I cover it. So yes, all of that. If you forgot, I'll go over it. The required tutoring stuff, thank you for asking. I knew I was forgetting something. So starting this semester, because we're in this weird live online situation, every class 151 and below will require tutoring in specific situations. So the situation is if you have a 75% or lower, really below a 75%, either in any one section, meaning either in your homeworks, your quizzes, or your tests, or you have a 75% overall, then I will require that you go to 2 tutoring sessions that week. Sorry, something's happening outside my door. I just heard my dog yip, and she's injured, and give me 2 seconds. Is everything okay? Sorry. My 11-year-old, 85-pound, half pit bull, half German Shepherd injured her leg last week. We brought her to the vet. Nobody can figure out what's wrong. So we've just been like having her chill. And right now, apparently, she just tried to jump a fence and hurt herself even worse. Great. She was just starting to get better and she wasn't limping anymore. Today was the first day she wasn't limping in like 2 weeks. And so, of course, because she's feeling better, she pushed herself and now she's probably going to be limping again for another 2 weeks. Okay, so as I was saying, I will require that you do 2 tutoring sessions with the Academic Success Center. One of your 0-point assignments one of your module 0 assignments is to make an appointment with the Academic Success Center. And you're just going to spend about 15 minutes with a tutor. There's 3 questions that you have to ask them in that assignment, and then you're going to make up your own a 4th question. That way you know the process of how do I set up a session with a tutor. And then if a Monday comes and I see that your grades are starting to slip a little, I'm going to send you a message on More and say, hey, I need you to do 2 tutoring sessions this week. They don't have to be an hour. It's whatever you and your tutor think is appropriate until you're feeling more comfortable. And then you'll just send me a message on More and say, hey, I went on Tuesday and Thursday at 4 o'clock. This was the tutor I met, and we talked about section 1.2. So if I don't send you a message saying that you are required to go to tutoring, then you are not required to go to tutoring. And know that if your grades slip below a 75, then I will require you to go to tutoring. Okay? First I do enroll it. So yes, the having to see a tutor is new this semester. And that's not just like this 151 class, that's all 151 classes. You can absolutely download an app. Let me, so we're not, all of your tests are going to be in More. So if you don't have the money or you already don't have one, you don't already have a calculator.
Well, Grammarly can help. This sentence is grammatically correct.
Next video I'll be showing you.
Okay. Then you can download an emulator for the calculator on your computer. So that YouTube video is a 2-minute and 17-second video that shows you how to download a TI-84 emulator on your computer. And then that way, if you don't want to pay for a calculator, you don't have to. If you, like, when the world goes back to normal and we have live classes again, you're going to need a live calculator, like for tests. But for right now, The emulator is fine. So I hear what you guys are saying about time, but I want you to be successful, and my fear is that if you drop below a 75, that you're setting yourself up for failure, and that's not what I want. So if we get to that point and time is an issue, then you're just going to have to tell me, what is your plan then? Like, I need a concrete, this is how I plan on getting my grade back up, because that's the whole point of the tutoring. The Academic Success Center should have, like, you shouldn't have a problem making time with them. So here, let's take a look at it. So this is the Academic Success Center assignment. This explains to you exactly how to log in, and then here are the instructions on how to make an appointment. So you do that, and then you ask your tutor these 4 questions. So you're going to ask that question to your tutor, you're going to write in their answer. You're going to ask this question to your tutor, write in your answer. Ask this question, write in their answer, and then in the last one, you're going to make up your own question. Ask the tutor whatever you want. And then tell me, what did you ask them and what did they say? Okay. When did you try making one? Because I think that there were some issues this past weekend, but I think I got an email saying that they were all fixed. All of those issues had been addressed. Let me see. And that it was set to go. I think I got that email on Sunday. This is the wrong email. Let me see when I got it. Oh, well, that's not good. So what did it say when you tried to sign up? When you tried to make an appointment with the tutoring center, what did it tell you? Tutoring, here it is. Schedules have been updated and students have begun to make appointments. Yeah, I got that yesterday at me. So you have until Sunday, I want to say. This is the wrong thing. Yeah, that assignment is not due until Sunday. And if something happens and the slots fill up and I have to push that assignment back by a week, that's fine. Any other questions? Yeah, it says that, but you should be able to book in the next couple of days because it's, you shouldn't, I don't know why it says that, honestly, because it's not true. I've never had a problem with somebody booking like a day or two before. This was the case over the summer also, so.
Oh.
All right, so I feel like that was everything that I wanted to go over with you. What do you think about it?